So now we are going to see how to add two vectors. Okay, we had seen that we cannot simply add them like scalars. Okay, like 2 kg plus 3 kg is 5 kg. That is not going to work here with vectors. Okay, two vectors have to be added in a specific manner. We have seen that. Okay, why? Okay, fine. So to understand this, the addition of vectors, I'll just take an example. Okay, so this is our y-axis, this is the x-axis. Okay, fine. I take any point. Okay, any point. This is the origin. This point is origin. The it is 0 for x and 0 for y also, 0 comma 0 for two-dimensional plane. We are talking about the xy plane. We are talking about right now. Okay, we'll see about three dimension. This is just, we'll just extend this to one more dimension, that's all. So 0 0 is the reference point. We have to have a reference point somewhere from where we can say the all the distances, all the direction or whatever distance we are taking, there has to be a reference point. Okay, otherwise the space is infinite, right? Okay, so in the two-dimensional plane, let's take any point. Okay, let's take any point. Okay, now let's say this point is, now let's say this point is, let's say 3 along the x-axis. Okay, and this is 4, this length is 4 meters. Let's say whatever units we are taking, let's say meters. So this point P, let's name the point as P. The point P is 3 along x, 4 along y. Okay, like we do for the coordinates. What is the coordinate of the point P? 3 comma 4, right? Okay, this is the coordinate. Okay, now position also is a vector physical quantity. Position like others is a physical quantity, it's a vector. So if I have to denote the position vector, okay, of P with O is the origin reference point. Okay, so OP vector is the OP vector. I'll denote OP vector. OP vector is the position vector of the point P. Okay, OP is a vector. Fine, OP is a vector. This is the OP vector. Okay, this is the OP vector for the position vector of point P. Okay, OP vector. Tail is O, end point, arrow point is P, OP vector. Correct? Now, how to represent this vector in the Cartesian form? Okay, in the Cartesian form, how to represent this? Okay, I'll say OP is 3 along x, 4 along y. Okay, and 3 along x. Okay, so I'll write it as OP vector is 3 along x and 4 units or 4 meters along y-axis. Correct? Fine. This is correct. Okay. Now, if I say, I just give you a unit. I say I cap is a unit vector, along x-axis. Okay, and let's say j cap is a unit vector along y-axis. Okay, is a unit vector. So this OP vector is made up of two things: 3 along x and 4 along y. These are two components that can totally define the OP vector. So I will write OP vector as this. Okay, I can write the OP vector as this. Just see, OP vector is 3 units along x and 4 units along y. 3 I cap plus 4 j cap. Okay, now this OP vector is totally represented in the form of its components. Okay, you have just broken down OP and its components. Three along that totally defines the vector OP. Okay, then what is this I cap j cap? I cap is a unit vector. Okay, so basically I cap is a unit vector along x. Okay, so if this is your x direction, right? This is your x direction, right? A unit vector along x means a vector pointing toward the x-axis, okay, and having magnitude equal to 1, isn't it? Magnitude of I cap is what? 1. Similarly, okay, I'll write, okay, here, fine. Okay, I'll write here, fine. J cap is a unit vector. So J cap is what? It is simply a vector with its direction along the y-axis, this direction. This is j cap, a unit vector, and the magnitude of j cap vector is what? 1. Okay. So how could I represent this OP vector as 3 plus 4j? How? I saw that OP is, tilting like it has a component 3. Okay. 3 along x, 4 along y. The same thing can be said about any vector. How much it is along x and how much it is along y. This can be said for any vector. Okay. In the plane, in this two-dimensional plane, xy plane. Fine. So basically, 3 I cap is what? 3 I cap is nothing but this thing. Sorry, this 3 I cap is this is your 3 I cap basically along the x, with magnitude 3. Okay, 3 times I cap. I cap is for the direction. I cap tells you that the direction is along the x. So this vector, okay, this is one, okay, just let me write it. What is this 3 I cap? 3 I cap, I told you, like we did in the previous session, we saw that I cap is a vector with magnitude 1 along x. 3 I cap is still along the x direction but 3 magnitude, okay, 3 times I. So this 3I is what? This vector actually. This vector. 3 I cap is this vector. This is 3 I cap, right? Because I cap is 1 unit along x. What is 4j cap? 4j cap is this vector, right? This is the 4j cap, okay? So this OP vector has been resolved, okay? It has been resolved, broken into its components. 3I along, that is along x, 4j that is along y. So OP you wrote as its components along x and y. So this is the way we represent the vector OP. The same thing can be done for any vector, okay? The same thing can be done for any vector. Another example, if I say again take the coordinate axis, okay? This is your y-axis. This is the x-axis, correct? Okay. Now just I am taking any random vector, okay? Any random vector, okay? Any random vector I will take. Let's say it's like this, okay? It's like this, let's say. This is some vector, okay? This is the vector, let's say r cap, okay? Vector is r cap, the length, the magnitude of the vector is, let's say, 10, okay? Let's say 10. The length is 10 units, whatever. It can be vector, it can be newtons, it can be force, it can be for anything else, it can be for momentum, it can be for displacement, for velocity. So depending on what type of vector it is, what vector it is, unit will be decided as per that, okay? But in magnitude it is 10, okay? Let's say 10 newton, 10 meters, whatever it is, as per the physical quantity you are considering, okay? So 10, let's say, and let's say it is at an angle of 30 degree with the x-axis, okay? 30 degree with the x-axis. Let's name the vector. Let's say the vector is, the name is r, okay? The name of the vector is r, let's say, okay? Now there is two ways you can, so there are two ways you can, you know, represent or explain the vector. You can, there are two ways you can describe the vector. There are two ways you can describe the vector. One way is to say that, okay, vector r is of magnitude 10 and has a direction 30 degrees counterclockwise from the positive x-axis, okay? From the positive x-axis. That is one way of saying it. Or like we did in the previous example, what I can say, I'll find out the x and y components of the vectors, okay? So now basic trigonometry tells me this is a right angle triangle, okay? This is a right angle triangle, okay? So basic trigonometry, I know the hypotenuse, this is the angle. So I know that, okay, what is cos theta? Cos theta, let's name this. This point is, let's say, anything, let's say P, okay, this end point, and this is, let's say, something, M. What is the length of OM? Okay, so cos of 30 degrees is what? Cos 30 degrees is OM upon 10 hypotenuse, right? So that gives me what? OM, the length of OM, that is, this is equal to 10 cos 30 degrees, isn't it? Similarly, sin 30 is what? Sin 30 is PM upon 10, the hypotenuse. That gives me PM, the length of PM, that is 10 sine 30 degrees, isn't it? Yes. Now I have the length of OM, I have the length of, let's name this point as N, ON. P, okay, ON is same as PM, fine. Okay. Now to describe the vector OP, what I will say, OP is nothing but the vector OP, that is the vector R, okay, is nothing but, it is 10 cos 30 along the x direction and 10 sin 30 along the j direction. That totally defines the vector, okay? That totally defines the vector. So I'll write this is 10 cos 30, this vector actually, right? I just told you how this vector is the x component of vector OP, okay? And this vector is the, sorry, this vector is the y component. So basically you are resolving OP vector in OM and ON, okay? You have totally like broken down into its component. It is like saying same thing, like it is like saying 7 is equal to 3 plus 4, except these are numbers. You have just written 7, either you can say 7 or you say 3 plus 4, that is the same thing, right? Okay, so it is something similar, it is something similar. You have totally broken down, you have totally resolved, you have totally resolved the vector R along x and y, okay? You have broken down into components along x and y, okay? So you write R vector as 10 cos 30 I cap along x plus 10 sin 30 j cap, okay? we have totally broken down. These are the two constituents of the vector R. Okay, we have simply written vector R or the vector OP in the form of its constituents. Okay, this helps us adding, subtracting, and dealing with the vectors, and makes it easy for us to. So you can write the values also. So 10 cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So 5 root 3 I cap plus 10 sin 30 will be 5. So 5 j cap. So this is, you simply say 5 root 3 I cap plus 5 j cap is like saying OP vector. It is like saying the same thing. That OP is a vector of magnitude 10 at an angle of 30 degree anti-clockwise from the positive x-axis in that direction. Okay, or you can simply say 5 root 3 I cap plus 5 j cap. That's all. Okay, so see, it makes the representation of the vector simpler and easier to do the operations on. So this is called the resolution of vectors. Okay, breaking down the vectors into its components. So if I want to generalize this, what I'll do, simply, if this is the coordinate axis, x-axis, y-axis, any vector you take, any vector, okay, if it is at an angle theta, if it is at an angle theta, if the vector is at an angle theta from x-axis, okay, from the positive x-axis, so generalize, theta can be any angle. Okay, it can be obtuse, acute, whatever. So, and the magnitude is, let's say anything, let's say r is the magnitude of the vector. Okay, r vector, and okay, and the magnitude is the magnitude of r. Okay, let's say the magnitude of r is r. Okay, I can take that. Okay, so the vector r I'll represent as r cos theta along the x and r sin theta along the y. Okay, r sin theta along the y, r cos theta along the x, that totally represents the vector. And r cos theta, r sin theta, it's coming from simple trigonometry, simple use of trigonometry, like we saw. Fine, this is the resolution of vectors. And you don't have to, the theta need not be acute only, it can be any angle, that it can be obtuse angle, reflex angle, whatever angle from the positive x-axis you take, it will give you the vector r in the resolved form. Okay, fine.